What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Elo Bandit, and today I have an absolute meme team. I mean, a very serious squad to show off for you guys. This is a double Eviolite with Clang, Lickitung, and none other than Staravia. Up against Zach LMAO, who's a big fan. Hey, thanks so much. Thanks, Zach. And I'm clicking GOG this matchup because I want to catch that Lopunny. This team is basically built to do just one thing, which is catch Lopunny. With the two defensive Pokemon both being weak to fighting, GOG here is my fighting type counter with the Choice Scarf. So, one kill for GOG. It did something. Look at that. Amazing. Go ahead and load up the next one. So yeah, this team has just a little bit of history to it. User ryyyywyy has constantly asked me to use Clang. I've got a whole bunch of people asking me to use Lickitung and this Choice Scarf Staravia. So that's what we're doing today. Clang is my defensive tank. Lickitung is my special defensive tank with Amnesia. And then of course Staravia is my only form of speed. So I'll click Clang into this matchup. As Lufraz picks Togedemaru, I've got Iron Defense. Look at this moveset, just look at it. Iron Defense, Confide, Rest, and Bind. This is the slowest but surest method to just demoralize your opponent and win mostly by forfeit. But it does do that pretty well, so give it credit where it's due. Iron Defense up on this poor Togedemaru. It's Z moving me for 40, and there's the forfeit, just as I expected to see. Up against MV Lucario with kind of a scary fighting type in Kommo-o that might be worth picking Staravia over. But at the same time, I see three special attackers, so I'm just going to click my special tank, which is Lickitung. And Lickitung actually lacks an offensive move entirely. I've seen this set before with, like, Toxic or Workup. Oh my god, it's a physical Aegislash. That's no good. Doesn't Sacred Sword ignore stat changes as well? I might be screwed for this matchup versus a Sacred Sword Aegislash, but if it was a special variant, I think I would have taken it there. Alright, let's begin. Load up the next. Alright, Zach LMAO again. There's no way he'd pick a Lopunny twice, so I'm going to go with my physical counter. I realize that this may not work due to Leech Seed, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway just to see what happens. I do have Rest on this, so I stall out pretty well. And if he's got Gyro Ball, which only has 8 PP, I might actually take this. It might take 10 years, but I might actually take it. Let's see if he's going to do any sort of consistent damage to me at all. Nope. So it looks like unless I hurt myself with physical contact on his Iron Barbs, I think I will eventually whittle him down. Maybe Leech Seed is more healing than Bind does damage, which might ruin my strategy. Maybe I'll hit Bind. That would be nice. All right. So I squeeze him. Oh, okay, so he gets hurt after Leech Seed and Leftovers. That's good to know. I throw up a Rest. Let's see if he goes up or down from 88. And he's going to be stuck at 88 forever. So this is actually just a PP stall war now. And it basically comes down to I'm going to keep clicking Rest against his slowly running out PP, and that's the match. So that's going to be super exciting to watch for all you guys watching at home. Just a big old stall fest between... Oh, and he forfeited, so there's the victory. As I mentioned earlier, this team kind of relies on opponents forfeiting for most of its wins, as it basically just PP stalls with its 2 primary tanks. Lickitung, the reason I'm running Screech over any other move there is simply because Screech has the most PP. It's got 64, so you can stall out virtually any other threat. The only thing that you have to watch out for is Magic Bounce. So if you're up against, like, Mega Diancie with Lickitung, you're actually going to lose, because Screech is going to lower your own defense, and you'll eventually be broken through by Diamond Storm. This guy's got Jirachi. Jirachi's suspect started yesterday. I will make a video on that, but this is not the time or the place. I'll pick Clang here, expecting to see one of his physical Pokemon, but it is Venusaur, meaning I will just Confide and see if that does anything at all. But he does turn out to be a Sleep Powder variant, meaning I might be in trouble. Leech Seed as well, not looking great for me, as Leech Seed does tend to put kind of a damper on this strategy, but no HP Fire, so I'm not immediately dead. Let's see if I can get 1 Confide off and then try and rest on a Sleep Powder miss. That is my plan here. Because being slower than a Sleep Pokemon is never a good thing, but there it is, there's the miss. It always, you have to take into account that accuracy. So if you're trying to sleep your opponent multiple times over the course of a match, you have to expect that a couple of them will miss. And if you're on the side that eventually gets missed, you gotta take good care to use the right move. Lower your opponent's special attack if that's the top priority, or rest up if that is the top priority, just not dying. Alright, as I get another rest off, so at this point it's basically just down to the PP versus rest, and he forfeits. So perfect. That's how we get our wins, and that's how we're going to keep going. Good stuff. Ooh, interesting, interesting. So part of me wants to click Staravia immediately on that fighting type Heracross, but I really do like Lickitung against the Blastoise and the Nihilego. I'm clicking Gog because, yeah, there's Heracross. By the way, I should explain the moveset just a little bit. Brave Bird is the only thing you really ever click. Double Edge also works with Reckless, so it's on the set. Fly is for Protect Blaziken. And then U-turn, it KOs Hoopa-U. That's it. So, it's kind of a niche set. It's kind of just bad and outclassed by other things, but it's such a good meme that it's hard to pass up. I think let's get 2 more good matches in, and then I'll probably call the session. Up against Kicker again. This guy pulled Venusaur and forfeited to Clang, meaning... Yeah, I'll just pull it again. Why not? If he goes Venusaur again, I'll just hope that he misses Sleep Powder again. And if he clicks either of his physical attackers, I should be able to just Iron Defense up like this. Unless it's Taunt. Taunt Gyarados would probably ruin me. Ooh, that did quite a lot. I think that's Adamant Gyarados. Looks like I'm kind of in a bind on this one. I should have Iron Defensed again. That was a bad play. But he's only doing 24... Oh, he's dancing now. Scary. He should have attacked me on that one. I'll get 1 more defense up, and then I'll just bind him. I think he 2-hit KOs me when he's fully boosted, which is probably in hindsight something that I should have calculated for, is 4 times attack Gyarados versus 4 times defense Clang. Would probably be a better benchmark than what I have. I guess I just rest. I don't know what else I could do. This Earthquake. Ooh, it's like barely a 2-hit KO. Yeah, so definitely a little bit more defense would be beneficial to have on Clang. Ooh, and I get crit. So that's definitely going to be the end of that match, but that is good to know for future reference. Let's go ahead and get one more match in. Alright, and here we are up against Huston Smogon, none other than my manager for Premier League. So... Oh, I'm going Clang on 3 physical attackers. Yes, please. That's the matchup that I like. Piloswine, Iron Defense up. Start a Bind going. Curse is going to be annoying if he has Rest as well. Usually this probably runs Earthquake, Ice Shard, and then either a Rock move or Endeavor. I miss another Bind because hitting moves in 2019. He's got the Curse, but I think if we just both max out, he won't be able to KO me. Why am I missing all of my binds today? Just let me hit my 85% accurate move, damn. Alright, take that sweet 1% and then slowly whittle him down. Get another Iron Defense up so he can't really damage me. And I think I will take this one eventually. There's no real reason to confide, I'm just burning turns. And I think Bind lasts for 5, so I'll cast it again. Yep. Bind one more time. He doesn't have Rest, right? He does have Rest. Womp, womp, womp. So that's that probably is my cue to forfeit. Unless I show him my Rest as well and break his will to continue fighting, which is kind of the theme of this team. So let's see if that works or not. Wakes up to Rest again. Should I bind him for the damage? Or should I not, so that he can't rest? That actually sounds smarter to me. Yeah, I'm just going to not damage him, so that even if he does rest, it'll just fail. It'll take a PP, and he won't spend any turns asleep not using PP. Because at this point, it is actually just a PP stall war that I can only hope to win. Oh, actually, I should be resting, because that takes up the most turns. If I'm asleep and he's awake, it means that he's constantly using moves, burning through PP, and I am not. So that means I basically just want to keep resting. And see, when he uses Rest, it doesn't put him to sleep, so he doesn't burn any extra turns, which means I am still in an advantageous position. So really, this match is going to go one of two ways. Either I stall out all of his PP successfully, or he gets a crit and takes me out in one. He's going to burn through all of his curses to begin with, which I suppose makes sense, but it's not like he has a whole bunch of other options. Actually, no. It is smart to curse first, because if he damages me first, I can rest more often. So that is correctly played by Huston. Now he has to attack me, and I can rest for free. He does have a lot of ice shards, but I think I have more PP given that I have rest. So I do still expect to win. Another day, another nap. To slowly stall out my pillow. I guess I just rest. Look at this high skill gameplay. You don't get this in every tier. This is something you sometimes only see in 1v1. Just two Pokemon that are just sitting there, burning through all of each other's PP. No other option to switch. I'm confiding in him all of my secrets. I'm telling him exactly how to beat me. The answer is, get a crit. I think this last match is taking as long as the entire rest of the laddering session. Which is really funny to me. Nah, he won't crit. He won't crit. He's got one more chance to crit an avalanche. Nah. Now I just burn up those ice shards, and that's gonna be game. Okay, and he's finally out of ice shards after this one. So that means that he only has rest left, which is going to fail in 13 more turns, and then he'll be, yeah, and that's game. He recognizes that it's over. Alright, so that is how Klang sits in front of anything and boosts up and eventually stalls it out. Even if it is painful and PP stally and a little bit soul-crushing to use. But we did win with it, and I consider this a successful ladder session. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time.